This is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Irving from
in
long
there.
range.
Tough three-point try there with a hand on his face. Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
Had to come back.
Butler's got his first bucket of the night.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them guys. Yeah, when they put it up, it's going in. Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Hold up. Excuse me. My bad.
Yeah, sure has been.
I got charged.
Jumped out 2 already. Impressive.
Like me.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this.
Hold up.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage, like they did that night, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Oh, damn, if I'm about to die.
That was
Damn.
a great equalizer.
Hold
Their
up.
perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
Shepherd is checked in for Cleveland.
Yo. Yo. Let me use the charger for this. Die.
Squat like, girl, you can get a good price if you do that squat.
My bad.
First quarter of action, 2 minutes in.
I just wanted to remove the hip, and I got
The drive by James.
And we about to
And the
Foul,
foul
boy.
on Paul Gasol.
get we tricky.
That's his first foul.
And guess what? I just hit push. Just
Will it
to
go?
remove it. Yeah, when
In there.
I
Shots
Yes.
good from
Hold
Love.
up. Hold up.
don't need to speed.
Love's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, I will never stop, and I never will flop, never will
Rose
crash.
kicks to Dinwiddie.
Get on my ass, 'cause I don't even like that shit.
There's the dish to Butler.
Yeah, when I
And the
die,
wide open shot from Rose.
I don't know what team is. I don't know what team is me.
Y'all got the same jersey.
That's just, that'd be crazy. I type in old school.
Excellent ball movement
There we go.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Look, this online too, you know.
The drive by Smith.
Well, J.R. Smith, a guy who can take your breath away with his talent one moment and then exasperate you the next. Unbelievable talent, but he can be erratic offensively, especially with his shot selection.
J.R. Smith closing in on 30 years of age. He's been fined almost $1 million over the course of his NBA career.
And, you know, playing in China, he was fined over $1 million in a single season. How do you do that? One night he ordered $3,000 worth of room service on the team dime just to see if they keep coming. Come on, Kevin. I mean, what is this guy thinking about here?
Last week he beat some of that food.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Chicago making some changes. Gibson comes in for Joakim Noah. And Mirotic subbed in for Dunleavy. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Mirotic. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Now, I'll tell you what, they've been a step slow here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they're allowing too many open shots. They've seemed a little sluggish to me.
And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. The shot no good. Shumpert with some nice D. The Cavaliers trail by 12.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
Gasol's shot is good.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
And it's Butler with the jam.
They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago. Brooks comes in for Derrick Rose. Cleveland also making some changes. Tristan Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for LeBron. Gibson passes to Mirotic. The offensive rebound. Back to Gibson. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls. They lead by 18. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Smith is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Irvin. And it's Dellavedova in the shooting guard position.
Kirk Hinrich in his 12th season out of Kansas. Remember covering this guy in college. Still a quality defensive combo guard. At 6'4", tremendous IQ and anticipation really helps him at the defensive end. And he's, I think, a little underrated offensively, too.
Mirotic has a wide-open look. Noah kicks to Mirotic. For three, Dunleavy. And that's collected by Love.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, the numbers since the All-Star break, here's how Chicago ranks league-wide. Second in rebounding. 6th in free throw percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in fewest turnovers. When you can be in that company, you're giving yourself a chance to be a winning team.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Clark. And what jumps out to me is the rebounding, because when you can rebound the basketball as a team, you can stay in every game. Even if you're not shooting the ball well, you rebound, you get extra possessions, and you allow your team the ability to make a comeback.
Chicago making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. LeBron comes in for J.R. Smith. And Hinrich playing big numbers for the Bulls last season. But Steve, his shooting percentages have started now to tail off over the last few years.
You know, I think his defense is really what keeps him on the court at this point, Kevin. Offensively, still a good playmaker and a decision maker, but he's not going to be a big scorer.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, for Doug McDermott, he feels as though he's been overlooked a lot in his career, but he's learned to let it go, saying, I've always had a chip on my shoulder because I didn't have any scholarship offers. It was more trying to prove people wrong early in my career. Now I feel like I've established myself, and I'm just playing for the love of the game. Good motivation, guys.
Man, the game's in his veins, don't you think, Doris? It's what he loves. Thank you. Rose, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Well, it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go. And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
They get it back. Thompson for three. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And now let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. The Cavaliers fourth.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing that has led to wide open long-range shots. That's why we see the great numbers from the three-point line.
Lets it go from deep. Mozgov grabs the board.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Mike Dunleavy, the former #3 overall pick out of Duke, Steve, back in 2002.
Yeah, he played on that Duke team back in 2001 that won the NCAA championship. Played alongside Williams and Cruiser. Well, never really became a star, but a quality player over his 12-year NBA career. You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. And Mike Dunleavy Jr. is the son of a former NBA player and coach, Mike Sr. Actually, I played against Mike Sr. during his days. And Mike Sr., the dad, was a 6'3" point guard. Mike Jr. at 6'9". Because of that exposure to his dad's game, Mike Jr. has always had great ball handling skills, even at 6'9".
McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. Rose dishes to Mirotic. And there's the feed to Noah. And he uses the glass on the layup. Noah's got 10 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots. And for Dunleavy, a really smart help defender, and offensively has become more and more reliable with his three-point shot here in the latter part of his career.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off. Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
It's tipped and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. McDermott, no one around him. They get it back. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And a moment to check out the numbers for Kyrie Irving. Some tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Third in three-point field goal percentage. And he's among the top 5 in the league in steals, so he's been a real disruptive force at the defensive end.
And that three-point field goal percentage of his, splendid. I mean, absolutely terrific. He's been perfect in his form. When he decides to let it fly, it's a thing of beauty.
And the first one drops. Mirotic, the 23rd pick back in 2011. The Bulls had to wait a while for him to come over. But, Steve, it looks like their patience will be rewarded.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, niggas, IDN niggas just hit me in my face as soon as I respond, bro. I got him, bro. I got him.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Well, he's seen the court so well tonight. He's made some phenomenal passes here in the game so far in that first half.
You know, some folks say he's not a playmaker, but he's dispelling all of that nonsense.
The Cavaliers shoot a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler.
Well done, man.
Inside of the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in the 3 spot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Bulls shooting about 59% from the floor. Offensively, they've been running without a hitch. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Well, here's a group now that knows how to orchestrate from the wing. The top passing small forwards.
In a very crowded area.
The drive, draw, and dish. I call that the 3D element. Is his bread and butter. I mean, a lot of young small forwards out there can learn the thing.
They was all coming up from each other in one spot, though. He's fucking them up.
Joakim Noah really a point center in the Bulls offense. For a player who averages around 10 points a game for his career, he has the ball in his hands a ton, and that's...
Nigga left like a bitch. I won automatically. So fucking what? I won.
I've been rapping for about 17 years, okay? I don't write my stuff anymore.
Oh, that was
I just
some
take it from my head,
bullshit.
you know what